I'm Corey Blair.
I'm Justin Ratliff.
We're the Cinemen. What are we talking about today?
We're going to be talking about our worst experiences at the movie theater. All the crap we've had to sit, all the crap we've paid money, all the crap that we watched in the movie theater.
We've all had bad experiences at the movie theaters. Now it's time for you to listen to ours.
I mean, we have seen some crap.
Some of it not willingly either.
Yeah.
For example, Ghost Rider.
Not Ghost Writer, the Roman Polanski movie. I'm talking Ghost Rider. Nicolas Cage.
This is a reward trip, and how do you reward your good students at your school? What do? You take them to see Ghost Rider.
Take them to go see Ghost Rider.
Possibly in one of the worst movies I've had to watch in theaters.
Oh, Nicolas Cage with his fake abs.
The fake abs he was displaying. Just awful.
I'm not even a Nicolas Cage hater. I actually like him.
I'm a Nicolas Cage hater.
He's done good stuff and bad stuff.
Not Ghost Rider. They had a sequel, didn't they?
They had a sequel.
They had a sequel. That's when you know something is wrong with the country we live in. It's not the national debt. It's not the people we put in.
It's not the National Treasure movies either.
It's not any of that. It's when you know that there's enough demand for a Ghost Rider sequel that this country is awful.
Flush it down the toilet.
Speaking of Nicolas Cage, though, The Wicker Man, we saw that in theaters. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I remember exactly what happened in this movie.
Oh, I remember.
Like, it was just a piece of garbage, though. The Wicker Man,
I don't want to be some kind of hipster and talk about how the original's good and this one sucks, but the original's good and this one sucks.
The Wicker Man,
this one is...
Was that the one where he just climbed to the top of a bunch of witches, set it on fire or something? Yeah.
I mean, the bees!
The bees, yeah, the bees. The bees.
And then he's in the bear suit and he clocks the lady in the face.
God.
Come to think about it, it's watchable because it's so bad.
I haven't seen it since it came out in theaters, and it was just, I just remember I was just like,
the bees!
Did I pay money for this? Like, what are you doing, Corey? This is not something worth your money.
Not the bees!
Another movie we were made to watch was Russell Crowe in Robin Hood.
And you know what? I wanted to watch it.
Yeah, I was thinking like, man, Russell Crowe.
Ridley Scott, Russell Crowe.
This looks like it's going to be cool. That movie was like
They make good movies together. And, I mean, the trailer looked awesome.
Yeah.
I was excited.
It looked like it was something. It looked like
And we get to the theater.
And it was like 5 hours long. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but it was probably like 2.5 to 3 hours, something like that.
It was honestly 40 minutes way too long.
It was so boring. You can't go in and make a movie that long if it's going to be boring. I'm not sitting here saying long movies are bad.
We're not bashing long movies.
But you can't go in there with Robin Hood, with Russell Crowe, and make it that boring and horrible. I mean, a school reward trip to see Robin Hood?
I don't know. It wasn't good. It had so much potential. This is where it was, and I was like, man, yes. It's going to be like Gladiator, but it's going to be Robin Hood. And then slowly, and then there I am falling asleep in my seat.
The all-time worst movie. This was 8th grade, freshman year, something crazy like that.
We were kids. We didn't know any better.
We were kids. And the name of this movie...
Epic movie.
Epic movie. That is the biggest piece of crap I've ever paid for. 90 minutes of the most unfunny parodies ever.
Torture.
There was only one reason that we thought this movie was going to be good. Shout out to David Lear. David Lear. He had a scene in the movie impersonating Ashton Kutcher.
That's honestly the only reason I went. It was to show him some support.
The typical teenage movie crowd, everybody just won't shut up behind you. Like, ha, this movie...
This is funny. This is funny. This is...
You know,
this is hilarious. No.
It just wasn't funny at all.
Crispin Glover was in this movie.
What makes these actors do this. I guess after a while you make good movies and it's just like, this is...
I wonder what it's like to be in a bad movie.
Yeah, maybe
that's... Crispin Glover was like, read the script. This is terrible. I'll do it.
What's it like to make crap? Let's go find out. Let's go be an epic movie.
I'll make some money doing it.
The only thing that was epic was this was a failure of epic proportions. Never, ever, ever go watch epic movie. Speaking of parody movies, there is one movie that one person has seen in this room. It's like a ripoff of that cool vampire movie all the teenage girls like. What is that? What's that movie I'm talking about? Vampires Suck, was that it? Who went and saw that in theaters?
I did go see that.
Was that you? That was him. He went and saw Vampires Suck in theaters.
Listen, I've seen some things, alright? It was the lowest point of my life. I went forcefully by a female. Needless to say, I'm not with that person anymore. Listen, would you talk to that person ever again?
Now, was it worse than Epic Movie?
It was worse to me. The fact that the theater was packed, teenagers just laughing, just hysterical laughing.
It makes me wonder, like, how easy it is for people to be entertained.
You want to see me in Vampire Suck? Making sure no one knows I'm here.
We all make mistakes sometimes.
My deepest, darkest secret.
But that's okay.
I'll share that with you. The number 23, probably my least favorite movie ever. Oh, I see the number 23 Everett. What was it doing to you? You saw the number 23 Everett. Well, go buy a lottery ticket. Detective Fingerling doing all this. I'm trying to make this movie artsy. It's so bad.
What are you doing?
So bad. I'd rather watch You and Me, Myself, and Irene Jim Carrey. She drugged me to the Yogi Bear movie. Awful. A picnic basket full of just terrible, cheesy jokes and crappy CGI. Blade Trinity.
Wait, you did not see Blade Trinity in theaters?
Watched Blade. I mean, as a fan of the first two, I mean, I was excited.
This guy
went with my cousin. I don't know how I got in the theater. I was way too young.
What about the Halloween remake?
Oh, God, the Halloween.
You remember the Halloween remake? One thing that really made me mad about the new Halloween is when Michael kills that poor janitor. You know, that's a bunch of bull. And
I was trying to make him seem ruthless. Rob Zombie tried to gory up the movie and make it scary. That's not what Halloween was all about. Halloween was scary because the suspense. It didn't need gore.
That janitor was nice to him. Okay, they were friends. Saw 3D. And any Saw fans out there know what we're talking about when you put on a piece of crap finale like they did in Saw 3D. A fan base out there that went for the running storyline in all these movies, and all those people just got slapped in the face. That's all you can say. What about Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Beginning? You remember seeing that?
We watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
We went and watched that. That movie was like an hour and 10 minutes, like legit.
An hour and 15 minutes with credits.
Like legit. That was such a short movie, and it was such a stupid movie too. But like, I can't pass up on a Texas Chainsaw movie for some reason.
The Vow.
Oh, you did not.
With Channing Tatum.
You wouldn't watch The Vow?
I snuck in and watched The Vow because one of my friends was on a date with someone in there, and I got in for free, and it sucked. That's all I gotta say.
I would have taken a vow to never tell anybody that happened.
Premonition. Don't watch it.
No.
Chances are you haven't heard of it. If you see it in Netflix one day and you're like, hey, look at this.
Oh my God.
This movie looks pretty good. Let's watch it. Premonition. She sees the future. It's kind of like Final Destination or something. Let's watch. Don't. The Omen, the new one.
The Omen. No. I mean,
awful.
These are all crap we've seen. I mean, we don't really remember much from them, but just like awful.
We were young.
Awful
crap.
We were
kids. So that's the only movies that our movie theater got, and we were like, hey, we're a couple kids on the weekend, a couple teenagers. What do you want to do? You want to go watch the latest new horror movie? Yeah. Hey, everyone else is going. Let's go.
Yeah, and oh my God, The Ring 2. I go in there, and they're like making copies on DVDs of that little tape that, you know, how you'll die in 7 days, whatever. There's a scene in the movie where like 30 deer are surrounding the woman's car, and everybody's like, what are all these deer doing here? Who invited these deer? What does these deer have to do with this tape being played? I mean, my God, just horrible. The Ring 2, I almost forgot about it. Just crap.
This is back to Nicolas Cage.
I
just remembered. I saw another bad Nicolas Cage movie, The Da Vinci Code. I cannot believe I saw The Da Vinci Code in the theater. Nicolas Cage is getting harder for you. I was taking up for you at first, but now things are coming back to me.
You made 2 Ghost Riders.
The second Pirates of the Caribbean movie. The only time I've ever fallen asleep in a movie theater.
Yeah, I remember watching that and like...
I don't.
He fell asleep.
The movie's over?
Yeah.
Coming from a guy who's watched a lot of crap, I don't know. Maybe I was tired.
Were you tired? Maybe. I went and saw New Moon and Breaking Dawn in theaters. I'm embarrassed. In Breaking Dawn, there's a point where it turns out Jacob is not in love with Bella, but he is in love with Bella's unborn baby. And as soon as the vampire baby is conceived, Jacob is in just a weird scene. I'm not a fan of the Twilight series, so I don't know if this is normal. He is practically checking out this little baby that Bella has delivered. Like, he is just like, I'm in love with this baby. And I'm thinking, do you people out there support this pedophile Jacob who's taking his shirt off in every movie? And he's like, practically, there's a baby there, and he's just like, in love with this baby. Like, is there anything normal about that? I don't care anymore. What I'm trying to say is, I went and saw that movie in theaters, and I'm still confused about what I witnessed. And why did I go watch 2 of them? What's wrong with me?
I'm not that dumb.
He's not that dumb. I'm dumb, okay? I'm an idiot.
But I did go see... Well, I was forced to see Vampire Suck. You kind of just went.
I was being a nice guy, okay? I don't have time for the backstory. I was being a nice person. And what happens when you're nice? You go watch a werewolf, check out an infant. That's what happens, okay?
You crapped on.
We've all seen crap. Sure, you've seen crap. Tell us all about it in the comments below. We'd love to read them. We'll probably read all of them because we love hearing about this stuff. We've shared our misfortune. Share yours.
Don't be ashamed.
Don't be ashamed. This guy watched Vampires Suck.
I watched.
And it looks like this is going to be the end of this video. So make sure, if you enjoyed it, like the video below.
Like us on Facebook.
Follow us on Twitter. And on top of all that, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Tell all your friends about it. Do what you gotta do. But I'm Corey Blair.
I'm Justin Rayleigh.
And we're the Cinemen.